What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Mazique, aka Unique Mazique. I am the hardest working man in sports and gaming, and we're back with another episode of UMBA Game Highlights. And to start it off, you got that man, Amir Cruz, recently traded from the Detroit Rhythm to his new team, the Toronto Royals. Toronto Royals 5-3. They've been having a hard time getting their stuff together. Well, they better expedite that now because they got the 7-0 Harlem Shake coming in. And you got to be on your game to even stay in the game against this team. And they already have some bad news here. Larry Agnew's out 4 to 6 weeks with a severe strained ankle, right ankle. I'm going to let y'all know. Well, first and foremost, we need y'all to check out the description of the video if you want some UMBA merch. We got Philadelphia Roots, hoodies and t-shirts, as well as Detroit Rhythm. Well, going back to Larry Agnew, I don't mean to put a spoiler out here for you, but it's probably good that Larry's ankle was sprained. He was spared what happened in this game. Deonte Wynne, that was the beginning of the game. He did a lot of that. Driving and cutting through the Royals defense. I'm going to tell you, a lot of this has to go and fall on the shoulders of the Toronto Royals coaching staff and their players. They came out in this game completely unprepared, outscored 10-0 to start the game. Defensively, they were non-existent on the inside. Now, we all know it's very difficult to stop Deonte Wynne, period. But from an interior defensive standpoint, they literally offered no resistance. On offense, they found it very difficult to create enough space to allow Osiris Parker to work. You see he gets double teamed there, turns into a jump ball. They, of course, lose the jump ball. They lost almost every single potential competition that could be had in this game. At the end of the first quarter, they were losing 37-8. We have seen the Shake come away with some one-sided victories all season, but I will tell you this was the most lopsided kick in the mouth that you can ever see in a basketball game. You see Callum McFarland dropping the three there. It's 30-6 at this point. Callum McFarland finds Jordan Lee. Jordan Lee hits the three. It was just bad. It was literally just bad. And the Toronto Royals coaching staff and their players have a really tough job moving forward, because some of them may not feel great about this trade that sent Cleo Rivers to the Detroit Rhythm. And maybe that was what we saw here. And you see Morrison just gets dunked on. I mean, that was just downright unruly. In the third quarter, it's 77-33, guys. Deonte Wynne is literally playing with Morrison like he is a toy. Like he is a little toy. He's playing with him. You ever seen some people take an infrared light and flash it on the wall and have a cat chasing and look stupid? Mr. Morrison was the cat, and Deonte Wynne was the red infrared light in that particular situation. They're throwing alley-oops to Shamonte Bain. That's probably the first time y'all have heard us say his name, and that should tell you something about what happened here today. 118-64. I would have to double check, but I believe that is the most lopsided victory in UMBA. If it wasn't technically the most lopsided victory, it was the most, or the least in doubt game that we've had this entire season. 28 points and 7 assists for Deonte Wynne in 15 minutes. Caden Black hit 15 points off the bench. I'm going to tell y'all something. Caden Black is like 2'7", and that's what he produced against this team. Toronto was just an embarrassing performance. Osiris Parker had 20 and 15, but if you look, he took 28 shots, made only 7 of them. No one else was in double figures. Amir Cruz had 8 points, guys. It's got to get better because it can't get any worse for the Toronto Royals.
Okie doke. Next up, we got the Minnesota Sound versus the Harlem Shake. Of course, Deonte Wynne, Callum McFarland, Keon Puckett, Casey Benjamin, and them. All of them versus the Minnesota Sound, who we've only seen once this season. And Mehki Rogers had a UMBA record-setting performance. He was played absolutely ridiculously, and we're gonna see if he can do it again today. But right off the bat, Shake Rocks comes with that intensity on Deonte. He rips him full court as soon as the ball is inbounded. But Deonte comes back and say, it's not gonna be like that, because teams tend to try to start off doing something against us, but it don't work out. That's what Deonte said. And he hits Jordan Lee in the corner for that 3. Shake Rocks is still trying to check Deonte full court, and he is proving to be a little bit of an issue, but Deonte finds Casey Benjamin in the corner, and that's in there. Sylvester Crossley with the rebound for the Sound, and the Sound are now pushing the ball up the court. Shake Rocks finds Mehki Rogers in the corner. That's in there, and Mehki Rogers and the whole Sound team is swinging the balls like spur-like ball movement, and he finds them in the corner, and that's in there again. And the Sound have come to ball. It's 18-21 now, and they just went on a run. Mehki Rogers with another jump shot in the corner, and that's in there. And this guy, Carlos Chaney, came up big for the Sound. He's a really big piece to the success that they're having in this game, with that they're about to have. And you see he hits another one. They keep sagging off like he ain't like that. I guess they don't think he look like he like that, but he throws a bad pass right there, and Deonte pushes this ball all the way up the court, spin move to the left hand, and that's in there. But like I said, the Sound have come to ball right here. Mohamed Bates tries to find Carlos Chaney again because he's hot, but Deonte turned it into a cornerback, taking that ball coast to coast with another steal, jumping the passing lanes. Deonte's playing great right now. Deonte also taking it inside and bodying Mohamed Bates. The score is 40-40 now, and the Sound, a lot of teams who play Harlem wouldn't even be in the game by now, but our Sound just took the lead in the second quarter. This is literally one of the first times we ever seen that. But Deonte says spin cycle activated and spins twice on Shake Rocks and gets the two-handed slam. And now Shake Rocks running pick and roll at the top of the key, drives all the way in, left hand layup off the glass. Nice finish, but the Shake have pulled away a little bit, 9-point lead, but the Sound are still coming. The Sound had trying to return the favor back in the third quarter, and they get that rebound, and now they're pushing the ball up the court. And once Mehki Rogers goes downhill, problems happen, even if he doesn't shoot it. And the two stars connect, Mehki Rogers to Shake Rocks. That was a smooth connection right there for that and one. 67-65. Shake are still up, and now it's 69-65 because Deonte gets that pass in that tight window that actually may have looked stolen, but it wasn't. 81-74. Shake are still up, but Mehki Rogers, like I said, once he goes downhill, problems tend to occur. 82-82, fourth quarter. This game is still close. Can y'all believe it? Shake in a close game in the fourth quarter. Last time we seen that was playing Samante Copeland, but now we see Deonte on that spin jumper. 34% covering and everything, but he just putting it in. Deonte got a superstar thing about him, but Carlos Chaney again. Has he missed? Like, he's keeping them in the game with all these threes he's making. He's almost automatic, but Shake Rocks is, you'll see how big he is, but he's so fast, 6'10", and large and smooth with the ball. But now we see Casey Benjamin cutting, and Keon Puckett's making that pass from the high post area with good big man like vision, and Casey gets that and one right there. Casey pops out on the screen and pop from Deonte Wynne, and that's a big shot. But once that guy starts going downhill, things tend to don't go well, and they return the favor. Mehki Rogers with a dunk all over Keon Puckett. This game is getting into crunch time, a crunch time game with the Shake. Now the Shake make a bad mistake. They tried to throw that ball up to Deonte Wynne on an inbound, and it didn't work out, and they end up taking that ball coast to coast. 102-101, 48 seconds left, and now the Shake are scrambling up one, and it looks like they're getting D'd up, but Deonte finds KC again. Casey Benjamin is shooting this ball in a whole bunch of big shots. Now it's 30 seconds left, and once this guy gets going downhill, it's a problem. Mehki Rogers with a posterizer jam that cuts the score to 103-104, and now it's coming down to a final shot situation. 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Oh boy, and they get the ball into Mehki Rogers, and it's off. Rebound Keon Puckett, and he stands there and watches the clock go out. Guys, the Sound had a chance to win the game, but Mehki missed the shot. It was over 2 people, but still, that's insane. The Shake were almost handed their first loss in a fantastic performance from the Minnesota Sound. So many people stepped up, but Shake still did their job. You see Deonte 43 points, 3 boards, 6 assists, a steal, 4 turnovers, but that's not too bad. And he shot 21 for 28 from the field. And Casey Benjamin, who was really the reason why they was able to stay in this game. You see all the clutch shots he hit, including that and one dunk, which he made the free throw in. 23 points and 10 for 13 from the field. But Mehki Rogers was very hard to stop in this game. As you see, he made a plethora of jump shots and dunked a lot. 28 points from Shake Rocks, and one of the biggest reasons of this game being close, Carlos Chaney. He shot 8 for 9, and the only thing that was shown in his highlights was threes. He hit 4 threes. He had 12 points off of threes and didn't miss one. 4 for 4 from 3. And you see the Sound just shot the ball pretty well. 9 for 18 from 3. That's 50%. And the Harlem Shake actually shot the ball generally just worse than they usually did. Both teams shot great from the field. Sound shot 64% from the field, and the Shake shot 57% from the field. But Shake just shot 34% from 3, which doesn't usually happen. But the reason why Sound lost this game is probably because of the turnover. 15 turnovers, and Shake converted 21 points off of that. So it's a crazy game, y'all.
Tough loss for sure for the Sound, but they got to take a little bit of confidence from that particular performance. They had an opportunity to win. But let's move on to the state of mind. We have talked to you guys about Joey Dominguez possibly getting moved, and today is the day. The state of mind decided to pull the trigger on a massive 6-player trade with the Miami Cubans. All right, we got Antonio Klein, Albert McKinney, and Joey Dominguez, along with a 2025 first-round unprotected pick going to the Cubans in exchange for Tyrone Page, massive rebounder, super strong, David Figgs, and he's a real inside presence, and Irvin Larkin, who quite honestly is kind of just a throw-in to make this deal work from a money standpoint. But I cannot wait to see what happens with the state of mind after that particular trade. But we're going to jump on again. We're going to move to a game here in Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Neons, 7-1, only one loss, taking on that man, JoJo Reed, and the Cleveland Emeralds. Big part of this game, obviously, they feel like they know what they're going to get from JoJo Reed, but they need a big game for Kyler Mack if this game is going to be competitive, if they're going to stay in it with the Las Vegas Neons. We got to find out how this went down. The jump ball here, Kane McIlvain didn't even get the jump ball, which is pretty strange. The Emeralds start off, they were up 2-0, but that's not going to last for long. Michael Cooley pulls up, hits the long range 3, fading to the side. It's 3-2. 7-4, Las Vegas Neons. Travis Baldwin trying to drive to the basket, probably doing too much dribbling. Ball gets poked away, stolen, gets it out to Akeem Roche, throws it down. The Neons up 9-4. But I'm going to tell you, the Emeralds held really tight this entire game, and a lot of it had to do with that guy, JoJo Reed, strong, powerful, and determined. Take a look at we didn't talk about this. Look at Adonis Sharpe going Rodman on us with the green. He's got the green hair, but look at JoJo Reed with the green releases with the beautiful layup. 19-17, the Emeralds are leading. Game tied at 19. Green hair don't care. Adonis Sharpe throws it down with the left hand. 21-19 Neons. Now I'm going to tell you something though. Maybe Adonis might want to wash that dye out of his head, because he didn't have his best game of the year. And a lot of that had to do with JoJo Reed being on him. See, he plays off and gives it to Akeem Roche, puts it in 25-19. But JoJo Reed played fantastic defense on Adonis Sharpe. He actually convinced, it seemed like, the offense to run away from Sharpe, which is a big deal in itself. But somebody needed to convince some to slow down Sergio Castro. He was phenomenal in this game. Long range 3 from Corbin Burnson, no good rebound. Travis Baldwin picks it up. He's grabbing it, kicks it ahead to JoJo from 3. That's green as the Predator's blood. 45-37, JoJo baseline, reverse layup and the foul. 45-39. They are in this game, down by 6 though, but here's Castro again. Castro's not giving it up. No, he does give it up. Kicks it out to Keyshawn Pope, who rattles in the 3. It's 50-41. The Neons trying to pull away, but the Emeralds just won't go away. They're starting to fall off now, though. Adonis Sharpe, very few looks in this game, but that is one of them. 77-55 has gotten out of hand. Michael Cooley did not have a great game today. He kicks it out to Kane McIlvain, who knocks in the three. You know it's a problem when Kane McIlvain is hitting that kind of shot. He can shoot it a little bit, but generally we don't see that. Michael Cooley hitting a long-range three. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, this one got out of hand, and ultimately the Neons pulled away, and they win this game by 18, 97-79. But the real big factor in this game for the Neons was the play of Sergio Castro off the bench. Michael Cooley, as you're going to see from the box score, did not have the greatest game, nor did Adonis Sharpe. But it was Sergio Castro coming through with 31 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists, 6 steals to lead his team in scoring off the bench. Cooley had an uncharacteristically bad shooting night, 6 for 18. He finishes with 19. Adonis Sharpe had only 9 points on 6 shots. McIlvain chipped in with 15 big points, and Keyshawn Pope had 13. But the real big performer here from the Neons, who helped push them to this victory, was Sergio Castro. JoJo Reed's defense, along with Travis Baldwin's defense, gives those guys a chance to win just about every game because they can control the game on that end. But Reed also poured in 30 points, 2 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals. Kyler Mack did have 17, played well, but not well enough. Baldwin with 9 points and 16 rebounds. He made his presence felt on defense. He certainly did, but it just wasn't enough. They ran into a really tough stretch at the end of the third quarter, and the game got away from them. But they played a fantastic game overall, at least through nearly 3 quarters, but they ultimately just couldn't get it done. That was one of the more inspiring losing performances that you'll see, except for it just shows you when you're playing against these top-notch teams, if you have a bad quarter, it could kill you. It can end the entire game. Take a look at these stats at the end. 50% shooting for the Neons, 48% for the Emeralds. Emeralds left a lot of points on the board from the free throw line, only knocking down 69% of their free throws. And the turnovers, again, were huge. 26 turnovers for the Emeralds, and a lot of those came at a really crucial point of the game. The Neons ended up with 30 points off turnovers. You cannot turn the ball over like that against good teams. You will lose, and that's what just happened. We appreciate you watching as always. God bless, and peace.